Merry meet everyone. Today we'll be talking about my travel altar and a little bit about being in the broom closet. This kind of right here is my travel altar. I do not cast circles with this. This is strictly for devotional meditation prayer use only. This is something I use every day, and I wanted something quick I could pull out, I could travel with, and even if I don't use it when I'm out traveling, which I probably won't very often, since I've kind of put this all together, I want to know I have it just for that security and peace of mind, I think. So, this is what I put together, and I really didn't spend that much money on this. I used stuff I already had, stuff in nature, and the only thing I actually went out and bought for this was my goddess symbol, which cost $1. And I eventually want to make my own. So this is a sunglass pouch. That sunglasses I have no idea are out somewhere. I have no idea, but this is what I use to store everything in. And I can just throw this in my purse. It's not too big, I guess, but fold it up. Now for my altar itself. This is actually tissue, and I wanted this stuff to be stuff that I could find in nature that, as horrible as this sounds, I wouldn't feel bad if something happened necessarily to. I don't want to spend like, $100 on a cloth that I'm gonna just use daily, just not even for ritual, but just to pray with or just to meditate over. So I wanted something that was soft, that was easy to have. I don't really want to use a napkin because I really don't want anything bulky. So this is tissue. And this is actually what I wrap everything in, and I have other tissues right here, and they're all clean. But I wrap it all in everything on here in the tissue, and then store in this pouch. So if you actually look in this pouch, you're just going to see tissue. If you actually pull a tissue out, it's probably just going to be an empty one at the top. So for my goddess symbol that I bought, I tried to make but looks scary. This is my goddess. It's just pretty and purple. I'm sure some of you all have it or seen this in some of the witchy new age shops. For my god symbol, kind of big. I want to get another one. I've seen some other people use this. It's a phallic symbol. It's an acorn. And it's like the most overpowering thing, which is fine, but I kind of want it to be all in proportion. So, I actually have in the middle a little pentacle um, smooth shell I found at the beach. It's really smooth. It's white. I guess it was a clamshell. But I just took a Sharpie and I drew a little pentacle, and I could use this as a little offering dish or something if I wanted to meditate, over a meal or a snack or something, or if I wanted to, not really even, I guess I could cast a circle if I had candles and everything if I really wanted to, but this is what I have, and I actually have, I usually use a regular bowl when I'm casting a circle and everything, but this is strictly for just meditation or anything, and I could cast a circle if it was a huge situation I couldn't get to my stuff, I guess, but I haven't used that for this. I don't really plan on unless it was like an emergency. So this is my earth, and I wanted something green, and this is a little bit of I guess it's an evergreen tree. So, and a feather, which is obvious choice for air, that I found outside. And for fire, this I actually didn't find outside. This is a matchstick, and I thought about for fire, I want to use a rock, a lava rock, what I want to use. I thought about even one of those little portable candles that, that take batteries, but I wanted something that, I could meditate on without having to worry about batteries, and just something that just reminded me instantly of fire. And this is what did. So this is what feels right for me. Whatever feels right for you, that's what I would suggest you using. And for water, I have a seashell I can put salt water in, that I found on the beach. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, this is what I used. I wanted something I could pull out quickly, that I don't have to worry too much about. I can just throw in my purse. I don't want anything a little fragile or anything. So, and if you're in the broom closet, if you're a minor, it's different than if you're not. I'm not a minor, but I do not show my face, unfortunately, as much as I would love to in my videos, because I am in the broom closet and I do know how my family feels about paganism, witchcraft, Wicca. They believe it's satanic and everything. I even had a family member transfer from a pretty good college to a lesser known, not as great college just because her roommate was pagan years ago. So it definitely is something that my family is against, and I know that. I wish I could tell them I might one day, but right now my college is paid for, or is being paid for at the moment, so I don't want to risk losing that opportunity at this time. If you are in the broom closet and you're either with a roommate and you're over 18 with your parents, to where maybe your roommate would kick you out if you're in an apartment, or if you are in a dorm or something, I would just suggest to kind of bring it up casually just to see how their reaction is. That's just my opinion. Whether you bring up, you were talking about paganism in class today, or watching the Crucible or something, just to kind of gauge their reaction. Not everyone's like that. That's just how my belief is for what would be best, I guess, for the situation. That way you can kind of see if it's even worth going there with them. And if you are in the broom closet at home and you're over 18, I mean, if your parents are against it, they could throw away your stuff or they could kick you out. So you really need to figure out, is it worth the fight to tell them? One of the things I try to remind myself is, in the burning times, you could get killed for being a witch. So me having to kind of hide everything really isn't that bad compared to being hung. So that just kind of puts things in perspective. And if you're a minor, your parents can throw away your stuff and you may be upset. You may be upset you can't really participate in coven activities or anything. But just remember that your parents think they are doing the best for you, even if you disagree. And eventually you're going to be out of their house and you can do your own thing. So even if you have to wait 6 months or 2 years or something, think about all the time you're going to have after you move out. That you can, be a pagan, not worry about it or whatever. So as difficult as it is, I would just suggest go online, connect with people, find pen pals, maybe even do like a Yahoo online chat for people in high school or something who are in the broom closet. There's a book I have that's in the broom or out of the broom closet. And it's really good because it reminds you that there's people walking around every day who may not be out and you don't know it. And, they may have work reasons or whatever. But, they're out there and it's just kind of neat to think that there could be people you're passing by every day. It's kind of sad, but it's still kind of neat. So that's just something that I try to keep in mind. There's pagan forums, like message boards and stuff online. There's a bunch of stuff online. If you can't go out and buy books, your library may have something, or maybe you just research everything online. And you don't have to research. People who were witches a couple of hundred years ago, they didn't have books. They just connected with the earth. Just go for a walk or jog or whatever. And if you have some stuff, you know, that's questionable, if I'm not saying really go behind your parents' back or anything, but I'm into art. So when I'm collecting feathers in front of my mom, I say it's for an art project or something. I'm really not trying to advocate lying. I'm really not. But I don't want to say, oh, this would be a great element. I've already tried to I've already reasoned out what her beliefs are and everything, and I know it's not worth it to go there right now. So this is what I would suggest. It's not even this. If this would cause too much trouble for you to have, or you have nosy people or something, just be outside. Just connect outside. You can have every tool in the book and There's not really any books, but the book. But anyway, you can have every tool people recommend, and that doesn't make you a better witch than someone who spends daily time out in nature and connects with the god and the goddess and the elements and everything, and who really feels their presence. That person to me is more bewitched than the person who just buys the tools, because buying the tools is fun. Oh, my screen went out. Buying the tools is fun, but to me, connecting with the earth and everything is a lot better and a lot more fulfilling. So just remember that you may not be able to practice out in the open, but there was a time when you could be killed for practicing out in the open. So just kind of appreciate, my phone's vibrating, sorry. Just kind of appreciate what you have and just try to figure out what you can do. Even if it's just, you know, meditating on the moonlight at night or something. That's all I have, and blessed be.